to find the equation of the line that goes through the point -5, -1, and is perpendicular to 8x plus 5y equals -45. The first thing I've got to do is I've got to take this line and find its slope so that I can figure out how to find the equation line perpendicular to that line. So start with 8x plus 5y equals -45, and we want to put that in slope-intercept form. So subtract 8x from both sides. 5y equals -8x minus 45, and then divide by 5. So the equation will be y equals -8 fifths x minus 45 fifths is 9. So the slope of this line is -8 fifths. I need the equation of the line perpendicular to that. Lines that are perpendicular have slopes that are opposite reciprocals. So if this slope is -8 fifths, the slope of the line that I'm going to come up with has got to be positive 5/8. You take your slope that you found, you flip it over, and you change the sign. So I need a slope of 5/8. I've got to figure out the y-intercept. All I know is that it goes to the point -5, -1. So I'm going to use that for the x and the y, because that's a point on the line, and I'm going to find b. So y equals mx plus b. -1 is my y, 5/8 is m, -5 is x, and I need b. So -1 equals -25 over 8 plus b. Add 25 over 8, and you get -1 plus 25 over 8 is 17 over 8 is equal to b. So I need a line that has a slope of positive 5/8 and a y-intercept of 17/8, and that would be this one, D. Number 35. I need to go through 4, -3 and be parallel to the line -7x plus 9y equals -109. So take the line -7x plus 9y equals -109 and solve it for y. So add 7x to both sides. You get 9y equals 7x minus 109. Divide everything by 9. You'll get that this line that they gave me is y equals 7/9 x minus 109 over 9. So the slope of this line is 7/9. It's what's with your x. So if I want the line parallel to that, my line is going to need to have the same slope. So I need a line with a slope of 7/9, and it needs to go through the point 4, -3. And I'm going to use that for my x and y and try to find b. So again, slope-intercept form of a line is y equals mx plus b. So where y is, I'm going to put -3. Where m is, I'm going to put 7/9. Where x is, I'm going to put 4 plus b. So I get -3 equals, this will be 28/9 plus b. Subtract 28/9 from both sides. -3 minus 28/9 is -55/9 equals b. You can do that on your calculator. So I need a line that has a slope of 7/9 and a a y-intercept of -55/9. So that's b. This is the only one that has a slope of 7/9 to start with. So once you found the slope, really you only had one choice. But we found the y-intercept just to confirm that we're doing everything correctly. All right, number 36. We have 10 students in a graduate program that were randomly selected. Their grade point averages, also called GPAs, when they enter the program were between 3.5 and 4.0. And then they looked at their GPA currently. And so it says use a graph and calculator to model the data with a linear function that predicts a student's current GPA as a function of his or her entering GPA. So entering GPA is going to go in L1, and the current GPA is going to go in L2. So you're going to need a calculator, and I'm going to have to, let's see if I can make this a little bit smaller. I don't know if I can or not, so that I can see both at the same time. I don't think that I can. Maybe. Okay. Stat enter. I might be able to get to that. Okay, stat enter. That's where you get to L1 and L2. I've got some data in there, so I'm going to push clear down to clear it all out. And in L1, I'm going to put their entering GPA. So 3.5, 3.8, 3.6, 3.6, 3.5, 3.9, 4.0, 3.9, 3.5, and 3.7. In L2, I'm going to put their current GPA, which is 3.6, 3.7, 3.9, 3.6, 3.9, 3.8, 3.7, 3.9, 3.8, and 4.0. So I need a linear model that matches this data to use to predict. So if you'll go to Stat, Calculate, the linear regression is number 4, and my X list is in L1, the Y list is in L2. I don't have to store this anywhere, I just want the equation, so I'm going to tell it to calculate. And this tells me that the slope of my line needs to be 0.03125, and the y-intercept needs to be 3.674375. So it's probably rounded off a little bit. And if you'll look at C, it's written backwards. The slope is what's with your x, so the slope is 0.031. They rounded it to 3. That is here, and the y-intercept is 3.67. Like I said, it's written here. It's ax plus b. Here they've written it b plus ax. So be careful. The slope is 0.0313. All right, problem 37. The paired data below consists of the test scores of 6 randomly selected students and the number of hours they studied for the test. Use a graphing calculator to model the data with a linear function that predicts a student's score as a function of the number of hours he or she studied. So again, we need a linear model. Our hours are going to be our L1, and our score will be our L2. So we're going to go back to the calculator. Stat enter is where we enter our data. I'm going to clear out what's in there. So go to the top and push clear down. And put the hours in L1, 5, 10, 4, 6, 10, 9. And in L2, put the score, 64, 86, 69, 86, 59, 87. So now I need to find the linear model. So stat, here over to calculate, find the linear model, that's number 4, and then calculate that model. And I get a slope of 1.066 and a y-intercept of 67.3. So it's looking like A. The slope is 1.07 and the y-intercept is 67.3. All right, last one in this set of problems, 38. The paired data below consists of the cost of advertising in thousands of dollars and the number of products sold in thousands. What's the correlation coefficient? So on my calculator again, I'm going to go to Stat, Enter, and I'm going to clear out what's in here. And in L1, I'm going to put the cost. Clear down. I need to go to the top. Clear down. Okay. Well, what am I doing? Clear down. All right, 9, 2, 3, 4, 2, 5, 9, 10, and the number 85, 52, 55, 68, 67, 86, 83, and 73. Now they asked for the correlation coefficient, so in order for it to do that, mine's set up to do it, but if yours is not, you need to check. Second 0 is your catalog. Scroll down to the D's and find diagnostic on. Takes a little bit. Okay, I have diagnostic on. I'll hit enter. That pastes it to my screen and push enter again. It says done. So now I have my data in. Stat enter. All my data is in here. So I'm going to find the regression line. That's stat calc 4. And you just tell it to calculate. And the correlation coefficient is the R, not the R squared, it's the R. So I'm looking for 0.70. It looks like they rounded 3 places. 0.708 would be the correlation coefficient. So we're going to stop right there, and I will pick up with the next set of problems. But it only